What's going on YouTube? This is Mason AJ with the Aficionados, and today I'm bringing you our reaction review to this week's episode of The Flash. And normally I have Lance Excalibur here to go back and forth with me because you guys know that this is more his show than my show, but this week I'm tackling it alone. I gotta go ahead and say I'm sorry if I sound parched or strained. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I'm trying to get my strength back as I prepare for our Jessica Jones, which is going to happen this weekend, and we're going to be doing like back-to-back reaction reviews on all the episodes of Jessica Jones. It's going to be a huge thing, but focusing on this week's of The Flash, Guerrilla Warfare, it was... Now, I want to give credit where credit is due. I am extremely impressed with the technical detail and the visual effects when it comes to realizing Grodd. I was impressed in the first episode and I was impressed in this episode because despite him being a CG character, he actually looks and feels and moves how I would imagine a gorilla to feel. Sometimes I figure he's a little bit too strong, like maybe he has an element of super strength along with his psychic powers, but to be honest with you, I always say that really IBM always says that animals have superpowers to begin with. We really just look at what they can do. So maybe it's just the fact that we are seeing, or at least I'm seeing, the fully realized aspects of a gorilla, fighting a superhero, and it's just like when you really look at it, maybe it's not so far-fetched. But beyond the technical aspects of Grodd, this whole episode was kind of disappointing. To be fair, after the spectacular fight with Zoom last episode, I figured like you either gotta come harder, or you kinda gotta go home. And I kinda wish you guys had called this one out and stayed home sick. Ironically, I'm sick. Even I said it that last week's episode, they were just gonna brush over him losing his legs. But then for them to start this episode and he's already walking, could we have at least gotten like a little bit more like feel out of it? We understand he has super healing and everything else, but like let's really draw it out. Let's see like Barry take a step and fall down and struggle and really just learn the nuances of what it means to go through physical therapy and hurt. And maybe we could have taken the psychological aspect of that happened with this episode and fused it with that, and literally as he has to build himself back up as he learns to walk again. The fact that he was just up and walking around, but then it was just all his confidence and everything. I get it, but I feel and I understand having suffered such a big defeat, he suffered a Ronda Ramsey defeat, and I just said that. So I do understand it does take a blow, but it just felt, I don't know, the whole storyline just felt so underwhelming. But I also did really enjoy seeing his dad come back, and even having that dad moment where he had to coach him through it and everything else. I'm not quite buying an excuse of why he needed to leave to begin with. I kind of feel yo, dude, you just got out of prison. You kind of need to spend more time with your kid instead of less time, if anything else. But that's just how I feel about it. I mean, maybe this is ultimately just his way of dealing with it. The only other really strong thing that happened with this episode, take it back. Two stronger things happened with this episode, which was we got to see Cisco lay down his Mac game and try to woo Kendra, the Kendra Sanders and something like that, and who we all know is going to inevitably become Hawkgirl. Now, because Kendra Sanders in the Hawkgirl, because the Hawkgirl character usually has a lot to do with reincarnation and etc., I'm not sure that when Cisco vibed on her, he's vibing on her because he likes her and she has a crush. Okay, sorry. But I'm not sure if he's looking into her past or looking into her future or just looking at maybe an Earth 2 version of her. It can go either way at this point when you really just don't know. But I enjoy watching them on their date. To be honest with you, I enjoy watching them on their date so much. I actually wish I got to see the date itself. But and speaking of dating, come on, Mary, just tell Patty already. You already told Dr. this or that. You already told the other girl last episode. Go ahead and tell Patty. Let's just go ahead and not even deal with that anymore. Cause she likes you, you like him, and I understand you can't tell everyone your super secret identity and that. And it's gonna happen because eventually Patty's gonna get powers. But if anyone deserved to know the secret identity at this point who wasn't part of the original crew, it was her. It's Patty. And this is coming from someone who doesn't even like Patty like that. Like, really, real talk. I do want to see them get together, but I just felt that whole Barry-Patty relationship was so forced. And I like it because this did give them a little bit of distance to grow as a couple, and you know, them to build a trust in one another. But I didn't like it because I'm just looking like, come on, dude, come on, like the chicken noodle soup thing, like really. But he did kind of save himself by saying like, yo, you know, things are happening like that, which was true. The only other really thing happening in this episode was watching Hamilton Wells. The actor who plays Hamilton Wells is phenomenal, and I'm sure next Excalibur would tell you all about it for like days on end, because he just loves that guy. I kind of question whether or not unless this guy has a little bit of a man crush on the Hamilton Wells. So to see Earth 2 Hamilton Wells kind of impersonate his, you know, okay, to see Earth 2 Hamilton Wells impersonate Earth 1 Hamilton Wells really showed a level of depth to the actor, because I really did feel like it was a guy pretending to be another guy who he didn't know, as opposed like, oh, I'm just evil now, It really just showed like a level of dynamic to him, and I really did buy that performance. And then also going back with the technical aspects, watching the Grodd's reaction to it was very heartbreaking. To be honest with you, I feel bad for Grodd this whole episode. Grodd really, for all intents and purposes, every time Grodd puts his trust out there, he literally gets the rug snatched up from underneath him. I can totally understand why, especially after this episode, nothing before, why Grodd wants to kill all humans. But y'all know that. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this week's episode of The Flash. You know, to me, it was just underwhelming. Like, while it had a lot of good parts going in it, it also had a lot. I feel like for everything that they gave us, you guys could have given us so much more. We could have gotten so much more backstory with Grodd, and so much more character development. We could have gotten so much more with Patty and Kendra Sanders and Hawkgirl. We could have gotten so much more. And you know what? Take it back. I think the Hamilton Wells aspect is the only thing that felt just right. But the Flash, but Barry and his dad's aspect felt really underplayed, and I really wish we would have focused a little bit more on that to really kind of push to sell me more on that. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know, to be honest with you, how do you think they're gonna fight Zoom? Because to be honest with you, I actually went and rewatched the fight with Zoom as I led into this episode, and before, like, I knew Zoom had won and I knew Barry was gonna lose, but now I'm just looking like, yo, Barry, I just don't understand how you're gonna beat that dude, because at least with Reverse Flash will always just like, I'm Reverse Flash, you can't beat me, because I hate you, Flash, but yeah, I love you at the same time. Zoom just feels like, I really do feel like Zoom, especially after what happened in the last episode, will just show up and just straight murder you, and then talk a whole bunch of shit to your corpse. But at this point, it don't matter, because you're already dead, Barry. You're already dead. You need to step your game up, son. But this is Mason. But anyway, this is Mason AJ. I've talked way too much. I'm gonna go lay down now. Be sure to check out check us out this weekend. I can't even talk. I'm sorry. I'm just done, but tune in next time.
I'm sorry, I don't want this to be Bat Jim, okay? I want this to be freaking Gotham. I don't want Jim Gordon to have all of Batman's villains before Batman comes.
So obviously you have not watched season 1 at all, because
of course I watched.
Calendar Man, Balloon Man.
No, that wasn't really. No. See, that was old, like 60s type villains.
No, but see, hold on.
Balloon Man.